Well, welcome to another episode of Karina Live. This is your favorite comrade sister. Once again, thank you to my dedicated subscribers and all those who keep sharing all these videos. I give you a big shout out to say keep spreading the awareness, keep sharing so that everybody is on board of what is happening in Zimbabwe. And welcome once again to Karina Live. My name is Karina Mujati. Today I've got about 2 or 3 issues I would like to talk about. I've had some people like contacting me, sending me messages, like people from Zambia, South Africa. They say they are following me. They would like me to speak in English. And I've got people from Nigeria as well who have sent me the request that if I can be more accommodating and I do my presentations in English. So my dear Zambian, South African, Nigerian, Cameroonians, Kenyans, followers, thank you for the following and thank you for the feedback, but bear with me. You know, as Africans, English is our second language, so sometimes when I want to express myself, just bear with me. I'm looking into starting maybe putting headings like titles, so that we'll be able to understand what I'll be talking about. But you are all aware that it's all about Zimbabwean politics. So thank you for that. So Zimbabwe, this is me, your favorite comrade sister. Once again, it's Karina Live. In Zimbabwe, we had a fire which gutted through the Mbare Musika. And it was something that shocked all our people in Zimbabwe. Especially, we know the significance of Mbare Musika, and we know the significance of Mbare Musika amongst the working class in Zimbabwe. It is the backbone of most working class citizens in Zimbabwe, especially in an economy whereby there are no industries creating, there are no industries. There's no job creation by the second pushist regime of Mnangagwa. And when we look at Mbare, Mbare is something which is very important to us, the black people of Zimbabwe. It is something of great significance to our existence as a people. Now we saw Mbare Musika gutted by fire. And also, there is talk that there were dead people who, you know, those people who sleep in Mbare Musika. But we have never heard it being spoken about. So I need to understand what is going on. And it is a well-known fact that the fire was started deliberately. So now I have seen this guy, what is this called again? This Garwe guy. Making a presentation, I don't know to which commission. Now listen and listen good, you Emerson Mnangagwa and your greedy family. And this message is for you. Emerson Mnangagwa. If you, your person, you were in the shoes of going to China right now, would they even give you a chance to listen to you that you want to make a project anywhere of their history? We've seen the Great Wall of China. Can you go there and start digging up like what they're doing to our Boterekwa? No, they won't allow you to do that. Would they give you the biggest market in China for you to invest in as a person? No, they won't give you, because they know the significance, the importance of those places in their Chinese history, community, and what it stands for the people. So now, Emerson Mnangagwa, we never saw you going there because you don't care about the poor people of Zimbabwe. That's why you do not care. That's why Zimbabwe now it's an environmental hazardous place, especially amongst those areas for the working class, the poor people. I am sure Mbare Musika is a well-known place where farmers, they go. Everybody is there. Those who shop from Borodo, everyone, every Zimbabwean have been to Mbare Musika. We never saw you go there. We never saw you saying anything about Mbare Musika because you've got a dirty hand. That old, wrinkled, greedy, dirty hand of yours is there in what happened in Mbare. So now, Mnangagwa, if you know what is good for you, stay away from Mbare with your dirty plans, with your dirty, evil plans. Stay away from Mbare. And with those Chinese bogus investors, you want them to front, to take over Mbare Musika for your own personal greed. Jacob Mafume, I know Jacob Mafumo is your clown who is just replaced there as a mayor, but a very useless one. He's just there to make sure that all the deals, whatever you want to take over Harare in Harare, he signs because he's the mayor. Mbare Musika has been creating revenue for Harare City Council. And now you want to take away that revenue from Harare City Council to give it to a bogus Chinese investor. A Chinese investor who doesn't know the history, the significance of what Mbare Musika is to our people, who just come from China, and you get your kickback, and you'll be there, that Chinese investor. These people you call your first cousins, the Chinese, they don't love you. In Zimbabwe, the Chinese are doing what they will kill their dirty politicians. In Zimbabwe, they are doing it, and you can't see it. Dirty, corrupt thugs like you in China will not survive a day in politics. Mnangagwa, you know it. But you're doing it in Zimbabwe because they know you are a very, very foolish man with no vision who doesn't love Zimbabwe. So they will do whatever they can because they know you are the only fool in Zimbabwe who would allow any foreign investor to do what they are doing in Zimbabwe. No sane person who's got a vision of what they want to be, of the future generations or the future of Zimbabwe, will do the evil things you are doing. You are partitioning the land. Now you are telling people that they should sell the land, which they never bought because your family have grabbed big, massive land in Zimbabwe. You are not going to sell that land. The people of Zimbabwe fought for that land. It is not only about you and your white cronies and these bogus foreign investors. So now, my people, do not allow Mnangagwa to do what he wants to do, his dirty thing. I listened to that man, whatever he's called, Garwe, whatever his name, putting this proposal that this fire came at the right opportunity. Satan, whatever your name is, you cool Garwe. Satan, how can you say it was a great opportunity when people, our people, who are trying to do their very best to survive in a country where there are no jobs, in a country which is hopeless to the poor working class, and you said this is the great opportunity for you to give that Mbare Musika to a capitalist who rip off our people who are trying to survive? Never. What veterans? Mkanya Chiwenga and everybody else who elevated this good for nothing, useless old man called ED. You are just keeping quiet. ED is bringing stupid laws to the country. Nobody's talking anything. Our people, you must not allow ED and Jacob Mafume and these thugs to let any Chinese foreign investor come and take over that Mbare Msika. Never. It shouldn't be allowed. You should resist it. Even Ian Smith and the Rhodesians, they never dared to do such a thing. They created those places. They know the importance of those places. Even here in UK, we do have markets and they protect them because they know the significance of such markets amongst the working class. But we've got a very, very dangerous doofus in Zimbabwe called Mnangagwa. Our people, the working class, must not have anything. He must be grabbing and taking everything. Shame on you, Mnangagwa. And all these people who support you to do all this evil on our people. It should be stopped. It should be resisted. There should be no Mbare Musika going to any Chinese or whatever investor. I don't care. What is going to be left for our people? What about our history? What's wrong with this old, stupid old man called ED? No, this should be resisted. He never said anything. There was no plan for all these people who lost, because he knows that he wants these people to come in, get his money and his family at the expense of our poor working class people. There are things whereby you should say enough is enough. This old fool, deranged fool, if he's got dementia, then he should be. I don't even understand. I don't even understand. What's wrong with Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa? What is wrong with you? I don't know how far true it is. I'm hearing again that there must be another fire at Kadoma Market and also another fire at which happened at Zupco. If you can check on that, because Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa is an arsonist. What is the name of that? Is he an Italian or Spanish doctor? Dr. Zo. What's his name? That doctor of ED. Can he not do us a good job and do something to this man? This is too much. ED, you are evil. You are evil. Some of us, we don't care. We use any language for you because you are evil. You don't deserve anybody's respect. You are evil. You, your wife and your children, your family, wicked, evil, devilish, satanic people. You want all Zimbabweans to suffer. Were you voted by anyone? You went there by force. And you want to suffocate every Zimbabwean. Shame on you. A devil you are. On my second issue, you know the issue of Zimplats. And people have been saying, how come Chitando is back at Minister of Mines? How come Chitando has been back at Minister of Mines? Hey, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is finished. Zimbabwe is finished with that evil thug called Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa. Me, if I had my own way, I'm telling you, that man called ED must be hanged at Chikurubi. He's evil. He is evil. If I had my own way to be there at the top of Zimbabwe, I will hang him without shame. He's evil. Somebody who does not respect somebody's life, why should we respect his life? He's evil, that man. He kills people. He does all sorts of evil. And now, you people, you've been asking yourself, Chitando is back at Minister of Mines. Chitando is back at Minister of Mines. Of course he is. Do you know why Chitando is back at Minister of Mines? Chitando was brought back by ED on purpose. Because ED is a thug. He has collected all Zimbabweans' minds to his name. So now, people, Chitando is the only one, because Soda GMO is not correct. So they had to swap Soda GM and Chitando back at Minister of Mines because of the case of Zimplats. The Zimbabwe Platinum. That's why they did that. Remember, Zimplats offices are in South Africa. And that's why you see Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa and these thugs, they all have foreign registered companies. And those foreign registered companies, they are fronted by either a white dubious person or a black person, but they are their minds. They are their companies. And especially in mining. Why? Because they've got that thing to say that only foreign registered companies are the ones which are supposed to be paid in US dollars. Those thugs, they think we don't know their way of stealing from us. We know you, Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa. So listen to what they did to Zimplats. Sometime last year, they took money from Zimplats' account at Stanbic Samora Machel. And this was an amount of 400 million from Zimplats Samora Machel Stanbic Bank in Zimbabwe. So this money, they started withdrawing that money, sometime between November and December last year. And then this year, in March, sometime in March, they wiped all that 400 million. And they said they lied, whether it was the RBZ or whatever, to release that cash, to say that they were using the money for SADC. Because the ED was using the Zimbabwe government to say that the money has been borrowed by the Zimbabwe government. You all know that money did not go to Zimbabwe government. That money went to Ramaphosa Chitando and Mnangagwa. So now, the problem is, Alex Mbare, who is the chief executive of Zimplats, he had to report it back to South Africa. Where to say, look, this is the problem we've got in Zimbabwe. This money, we had this money, but this money has vanished. We don't have it. It's been taken by Zimbabwe government. So, do you know what Mnangagwa did? Mnangagwa, Chitando, and this is the thief across the Limpopo. They come up with a scheme. They are now charging Zimplats of tax evasion. And the reason why they are doing this is because they know that Zimplats will say, we can't pay this 400 million because they are going to be given maybe a big tax bill. So at the end of the day, the mine, ED, Ramaphosa and Chitando are hoping that the mine will fall into their hands. Because, remember, Mimosa, this Chitando, was once a chief executive there. So, and some other subsidiary companies. So, Ramaphosa, Mnangagwa are hoping that Zimplats in South Africa will say, we can't pay the tax bill, and they take that mine. Currently, what I can say, it is unfortunate. I got this story yesterday, anyway. And it is unfortunate that I was advised today that the father of Mr. Alex Mbare passed away yesterday. So, nogoti ne matambuzi kukwamuri Mr. Alex Mbare. Those are not go with my source. So, this is what is happening. It is stealing from Zimbabwe government. And then you lie to say he has used the money. So, he took Zimplats money and he says he was using it for SADC. Now I'm going to ask you the same question again. Because it is said that ED, when he fell out with Tulinguwe, when he called out for that meeting, blaming those boys, Guamatanga and Mutuli, about the Zig, Mutuli was straight with ED to say, no, you took the money which we had, and you said you were going to use it for SADC. So where do you think the money is coming from when there's no gold? And Mtuli banged his hands. There's no gold. There was whatever they said, there's no gold. That's what Mtuli asked ED. But every day, tons and tons and tons and tons of minerals are leaving Zimbabwe. Where is the money, ED? Where is the money? So, ED took money from RBZ, Minister of Finance, and said he wanted to use it for SADC. On the other hand, he stole Zimplats' money, saying that he was also needing it for SADC. ED is a shameless thief. A very, very dangerous, shameless thief. That is what ED is doing. So currently, right now at Zimplats, because Alex Mbare's term is almost finishing. So you know what? There's this other woman called Patricia Shandasara. She is now ganged up because I think she's the finance officer there. She is now ganged up with some of the Zimplats managers. And now they are ganging up against Alex Mbare because they are being influenced by Chitando and ED so that they write some bogus reports on Alex Mbare. ED and Chitando, you are thieves. You are thieves. So, Patricia Zandasara, make sure you know what you are doing because you are next. And currently, right now, I'm being told that Alex Zandasara, Alex Mbare fears for his life because he doesn't know what this thug called ED and Chitando can do to him alongside their evil brother across the Limpopo. That one, Cyril Ramaphosa, is now a bootlicker of DA. He's now there. He's just a stooge for DA. He can't say anything. He can't do nothing because they know that they will deal with him. They've got so much dirty on him. So now he's stealing in Zimbabwe. He's now stealing in Zimbabwe. Our own in Zimbabwe, being anchored by Emerson Mnangagwa. We are in trouble as Zimbabweans. This is all what I had to tell you today. That this is what is happening. So you, Jacob Mafume, and your council, you must stop what you're trying to do and do whatever your name is called, Garwe, who is saying that it's a great opportunity. Shame on you. There's no opportunity for Mbare Musika to be handed to the Chinese or whoever foreign investor. Even Ian Douglas Smith never had those diabolical evil minds. Mbare Musika is the core and the backbone of our working class people, whether they are coming from the rural areas, whether they are coming from our ghettos. It should be protected at any cost. No, it should not be given to any foreign investor. Let those people put their own mapranga and sell, and that investor can do that thing in their country, in China or wherever they are coming from. As in Zimbabwe, let those people put their mapranga. When we've got a proper government, a rightful government of sane people, sane leaders with ideas that benefit the people of Zimbabwe and their communities, yes, we can talk about Mbare Msika. As for now, that whatever investor, whether it's from China, he's from wherever, he can stuff up his money. We don't want it for our people. Our people must continue to use that money. You want to charge them most of the money. Why? Why? We don't want any Chinese or foreign investor for Mbare Musika. You should just stop it. You want to sell land which you never bought. Did you buy the land? Those people who were given farms, well, the farms given at a proportional, proportionally? No, they were not. People should resist this nonsense of ED. ED must go. That man it is a disaster to our nation. What will be left of Zimbabwe after ED? And once again, I'll give you this beautiful smile. And this is to all my war veterans in Zimbabwe. You know what you did last weekend to Mnangagwa? You know what you did? My heart was full with joy and happiness. Not just me. All Zimbabweans, all sane Zimbabweans who do not support what ED and this government are doing, we were all overwhelmed with joy. We didn't know what to do. If we were in Zimbabwe, or we could have hugged you. You just needed that hug. That hug because you showed courage. That hug which showed wisdom. That hug to just say thank you. Please, Zimbabwe, if you know a war veteran, just give them a hug. Not the fake ones, the ED ones, those fake ones. Those ones who went to... Those ones who didn't do the war like Mnangagwa and crew. No. A proper liberational war hero. Please, if you know someone, give them a hug on behalf of comrade sister. They showed us courage. They showed us that there's hope. They showed us that it can change. They showed us there's hope for Zimbabweans. Thank you, all veterans. As for Mnangagwa, eat your vomit. And you should eat it and enjoy it because you thought Zimbabweans deserved all your cheap, abusive, arrogant talk. We don't deserve people like you. Thank you. Thank you very much, war veterans. Now, the biggest task is we want you to get rid of that Kambuya Mderere Opam Chinguri, evil one. Get rid of that old fool called Opam Chinguri. Get rid of another fake war veteran, Obet Mpofu, Chinamasa, those thieves. They think that they are educated. You are the ones who suffered. What did they do? Chinamasa was busy working with the Muzorewa and the Smith government, which you were fighting. And now they are eating, and you are not. And Obed Mpofu was hiding there somewhere in India. And now they are at the top telling you what to do, telling you how high to jump. Never resisted that. You did a good job, and we thank you for that. And now, when you see Chris Mutsangwa, do you still remember that South African thug called My 11? My 11, you remember? Chris Mutsangwa is called My 11. Mr. 11 votes. 11 votes. Imagine, not even, he didn't even get 1%. Yes, he didn't get even 1% of the war veterans who gathered that day to vote. Audiwe Christopher Mtsangwa. Busy nonsense. They taught you very well. So Zimbabwe, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for this conversation. We must pray for Zimbabwe without Emerson Mnangagwa and his family. We must pray that we have a great Zimbabwe. And as of people who are calling me and asking me, oh, Chiwenga's got his own helicopter. Let him have his own helicopter. Do you want him to be killed whilst he's looking by that murderous ED? Never. If that chopper is going to save his life, let it be. But that chopper must be guarded at any cost, because that ED can do anything. So Mkanya, if you've seen that the chopper is good for you, but you must also make sure that you've got state-of-the-art equipment that checks all the time whether anything has been tampered with. You are a good friend of the Chinese. They should help you with your security, with your protection, even to take care of that chopper. We want you alive. We don't want ED to kill you. We know that he wants to kill you. But so far, the Mbares are fighting strong. Our ancestors of the Mbare, they are guiding you. They are fighting for you. And ED must be asking himself why they are protecting you. So, Zimbabwe, once again, these stupid laws, I'll come again tomorrow with that episode of the stupid marriage laws in Zimbabwe. As for tonight, and I'll say a very good evening, Zimbabwe, and a very good night too. And thank you for all your dedication, your commitment to subscribe. Keep sharing and let others know they should subscribe. Keep sharing. Let's keep the momentum. Let's keep sharing and sharing. It is all about awareness.